The following video is not made for kids under 13. If you are not 13 years old, please exit out of the video now. And please, YouTube, do not sue me. Sup guys, Leon Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Had Rean Schwarzer's Powers. This is part 2. In the last part, I explained the origins of Izuku and his powers and how he learned the 8 leaves, 1 blade style. And also, and not only that, him training with Bakugo and them arriving at the entrance at UA. Well, with that said, let's get into this. As both of them stand in front of UA, with Izuku looking at UA with a gaping, with his mouth low and his eyes looking that of like stars in a way. As Bakugo saying, "It's just one of the greatest schools in the world. Stop thinking like this is like ends all be all." As Izuku saying, "This is the school that creates the greatest heroes in Japan. Not only that, also around the world as well. You can't expect me not to be so hyped and basically feeling a little bit nervous a bit." As Bakugo saying, "Well, whatever. Come on. I don't want to be late, Hano." As Bakugo moves ahead of Izuku, as Izuku saying, "Kachan, wait up." As he runs pretty fast and already caught up with Bakugo, saying, "God damn, you're fast. Even for a split second, I can barely even catch your speed." As Izuku saying, "Sorry, force of habit." While talking to Bakugo, he soon was about to trip, as Bakugo saying, "Hey, Hano!" And soon after, Izuku begins bracing himself for a fall. As soon after, he's not even falling. As Bakugo saying, Hano, as he looks around, thinking, "Wait, am I floating?" With a brunette girl right beside him. As she says, "Sorry, I didn't mean to use my quirk on you, but it would be bad luck if you fell on your first day after all." As she gives off of a kind, loving smile, as Izuku gets a little bit embarrassed, saying, "Thank you. I really appreciate it a lot." As she soon releases Izuku, and she's saying, "Well, good luck you two," and soon went off. As Bakugo saying, "Try not to get that girl to fall in love with you, even if she does get into here." As Izuku saying, "Hey, shut up! Like I said, when has girls ever fell in love with me?" As Bakugo begins running down a list, saying, "Your locker with all the love letters." As they saying, "Well, some of them could have put in the wrong lockers." As soon after, "Your desk during junior high." Again, they could have got the wrong desk. After all, there are a pretty number of guys with awesome quirks in our classroom back then. Saying, "Okay then, how about that one day when we were training, a grown woman basically saw your face, asked you for your name, wanted to know how old were you, and wanted to see if you were taken. What about that?" As Izuku thinks, "Well, okay, maybe you got me there." With that of a disappointed look and a bit of an embarrassed look as well. As saying, "Exactly. But to be honest, it's more annoying that you think that you're so goddamn ignorant about all this. Not only that, who has to play damage control after you? Me! And that's more annoying than anything." As Izuku saying, "Okay, I get it. I'll try my best not to make girls fall for me. I'll just be me." And that's exactly what pisses me off. You! Just being you is what girls actually like about you. And that's what seriously pisses me off. As Bakugo, with being irritated, just walks off saying, "Hey, Kachan, wait up, Kachan!" With Izuku running off as well. Soon after, they begin their written exam. As for Izuku, passing it with somewhat pretty good, decent well. Probably got at least number 5 or 4 in the written portion of the exam. So yeah, soon out. A couple hours later, they soon head to an auditorium where they see President Mike as he began explaining the details for the practical portion of the entrance exam. As Izuku begins fanboying like crazy, seeing President Mike as Bakugo saying, "You are so predictable, you know that, Hano?" After that, President Mike began explaining the details of the practical portion, that they'll be taking down villains when gaining villain points. The villains are just robots, ranging from 1 point, 2 point, to 3 points. As the one with the highest point, those with the highest points will be getting into Class 1A and Class 1B. They'll also be in designated zones across the exam field. As soon after, Izuku looks at his card, and also looks at Bakugo's, saying, "He's right. We won't be in the same zones." As Izuku says A and Bakugo says E, as Bakugo thinks they were separating us because we're in different schools, making sure that we can't work alongside our friends after all. As Izuku thinks makes sense. Given heroes don't work with people from the same agency, they must have to work with people from different ones as well to take down villains. As Bakugo's saying, "Doesn't matter, I'll still take him down easily. And just you wait, Hano. I'll get the number 1 spot in the exam after all." As Izuku saying, "Yeah, keep being arrogant, Kachan. But still, there are many people here who have quirks that none of us know about." As soon after, a blue-haired boy stands up with glasses, saying, "I have a question, sir." As President Mike says, "Young caller, I hear you. So, what'd you gotta say?" As he began asking about the 0-point robot, and that is not on their sheet. So, is this a grave error for such a prestige school? It has to be beneath them. As he soon points at both Izuku and Bakugo, saying that the two of you have been talking this entire time. If any of you are not going to take this seriously, then leave. As Bakugo gets annoyed, saying, "Why, you little," and was about to stand up, Izuku told him to calm down. As Bakugo saying, "Are you seriously, Hano? You're really going to let me not blow up this bastard?" With Izuku saying, "Really, Kachan? Do you really want to blow your chances of getting into UA by being violent right now?" As Bakugo saying, "Fine, whatever." As he sits back down and put his feet on onto the desk, as Izuku saying, "Sorry about that, I truly am." As many people in the auditorium began laughing at both Izuku and Bakugo, as one girl with glasses looks at Izuku and says, "What's with him?" And the girl from earlier also looks at Izuku and was giggling, saying, "He really does know how to make an appearance." As soon after, President Mike got everyone's attention, saying, "I know what you... Okay, settle down, everyone. As for your answer, the 0-pointer is more of an obstacle, so you don't have to fight it. But if you do fight it, you won't gain any points at all. So, just letting you know." And at that, Ida soon says, "That answer is satisfactory to me. Thank you." As he bows and soon sits back down. Soon after, President Mike went over the other stuff and then tells everyone to get on multiple buses and heads to their designated zones. With that, Izuku is holding his Itachi in his hands as he thanks, "Master, please give me strength. As soon after, a boy with glasses but with green hair comes up to him saying, "Hey, feeling nervous? I wouldn't blame you. I'm kind of the same way right now." As Izuku saying, "Yeah, I'm quite nervous. Mostly because my best friend isn't here with me, so As the boy with green hair says, I know, I feel you, but it's too bad to be expected, since giving the chance that we're trying to become heroes after all. Sometimes you just gotta rely on yourself, or other people you don't know. As Izuku saying, yeah, that's understandable. With the boy with green hair introducing himself, as he says, my name is Machias Regnitz. As Izuku introduces himself, Izuku Midoriya, but Regnitz? That doesn't sound like a Japanese name. As Aki says, I'm originally from America, but I lived in Japan all my life, so I'm not really much of a stranger here, especially here in Masafu. Is Izuku saying, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Machias. Is Machias saying, likewise, Izuku. As the two give each other a handshake, soon after, the doors begin opening. As Person Mike says, what are you doing? We're not going to give you any time to prepare. Once those doors, you better go through those doors now. As soon after, both Izuku and Machias run as fast as they can. However, Machias did not expect Izuku running faster than him. As in a blink of an eye, Izuku's already gone. With a puff of smoke just that was in front of him, as saying, whoa, is this quirk super speed? Given his physical design, wouldn't be too far off. As he runs as fast as he can, saying, wait up. Soon, Izuku saw the first robot as he placed his hand on his Itachi, and soon has a deep breath, screams out, Crimson Slash! As a flaming shockwave was sent at the 2-point robot, cutting it in half and burning it at the same time. As Izuku stops himself, thinking, that was easy. I'm guessing that the robots aren't made for lethal attacks. I guess that they're just regular attacks. But, to be honest, anybody can destroy them if they have a pretty good quirk. Soon after, multiple robots began being destroyed, from Ida destroying them to Ochako and to Machias, who actually is using a shotgun, as many participants were wondering if that's legal, as Machias basically said to some people while destroying robots, saying, it's part of I need it for the entrance exam, and it's also going to be part of my costume. My hero costume. So yeah, as a robot was running towards Machias, he soon pulls out a pistol without even looking, destroying the 1-point robot easily. As Izuku thinks, whoa, he didn't even look. What kind of quirk does he have? Soon after, he sees multiple other robots as he puts his sword in his sheath and says, second form, Gale, as he's moving so fast that he looks like a blur, destroying robots with one slash easily, destroying actually 5 robots, with 2 of them being 3 points, 2 of them being 1 point, and 1 of them being a 2-pointer. As he keeps on going, taking down more and more robots, as he just mostly uses his Gale Slash and Crimson Slash as well. Soon after, he feels like he thinks he's got enough points, even helped out a couple of people who were struggling with robots. Soon after, he begins feeling a rumbling as he thinks, what was that? As soon after, multiple other participants began feeling the rumbling as well. As soon, Izuku looks up above him as he thinks, no way. Is that what I think it is? As everyone sees that this is the 0-pointer, a giant robot that's almost the size, that's taller than one of the skyscrapers in the practice area. As soon after, everyone begins running away, with Izuku about to do the same thing. Soon after, he hears a voice crying for help. As he looks behind him, it's the same brunette girl that helped him during the entrance. As soon, Izuku wanted to run, but he couldn't just leave her be. He's not the kind of person to leave somebody that was in danger. As soon, for a split second, his body was moving on its own towards the brunette girl. As soon he was already there, as he thinks, what the hell am I doing? With him slashing through a couple of the debris that was on her without cutting her. As he soon says, are you okay? Can you walk? As she's saying, I think my ankle is sprained. I can't move. As Izuku's saying, damn it. All right, fine. Soon after, he just carries her and saying, wait, what are you? Just hold on tight. As he moves as fast as he can away from the 0 pointer, thinking that he, even at his top speed, there's no way in hell that he can match something this, he can run away from something this huge, as he wished that he had more power. And for a split second, his hair, which was dark green, begins turning snow white as he begins emitting a dark aura around him, with his eyes turning red. As the girl sees this, saying, wait, what are you? As he's began running faster and even more faster than he was before, soon making it to the entrance, where a couple people who were there saying, wait, what the hell? How did you? As he soon lets go of her, as he thinks, are you okay? He's saying, yeah, I'm. And soon, Izuku, whose appearance that was once different, goes back to normal, and also began to pass out on the ground. And she says, hey, are you okay? As she thinks that he may have overexhausted himself carrying her all the way here and moving way too fast. As soon after, Ida sees this, saying, he instead of running away, he ran to save her. And not only that, he even pushed himself to do so. It shows a lot. He's quite strong and quite steel-willed to be a hero. As soon after, Mooky came up. Hey, Izuku, you okay? Hey, speak to me. As Izuku is just passed out, yet inside of his mind, there is something different. As he wonders, where am I? What is this place? As he looks at something, as it looks like him, same body type and same hair as well, but he can't see him. He looks like nothing but a dark figure in the shadows. As he says, so you were able to call on me finally after all this time. It's saying, call on you? Wait, are you? Yeah, I'm you. I'm the other half of your quirk that you do not know about. Or rather, I'm the half of your quirk that you choose not to accept. But I will say this, I am the half of you that will do whatever it takes so you can become the hero you want and protect those you care about. All you need to do is let go. As Izuku saying, let go? Soon after, he began coming back to his senses. As he wakes up in the infirmary, is soon after a girl, the same girl that he saying, you're okay, with Mooky also there saying, Izuku, you alright? With Bakugo also being there saying, you damn idiot, did you push yourself? Dumbass, what do you think I'm going to tell Aunt Inko if you overexert yourself? I'm the one that's going to get yelled at by the old hag that is my mother. It is Izuku saying, sorry, Kachan. Is saying, whatever. Yeah, I'll be waiting at the entrance. Finally that you're awake, idiot. As he walks out of the infirmary, the two of them says, well, he's pleasant. As Izuku saying, yeah, trust me, he's a lot nicer than you think. Look beyond his words and look at his actions. That's just the kind of person Kachan is. As Izuku says that with a straight face, as they think, how can he say that with a straight face so easily? As Recovery Girl saying, good, you are awake now. As saying, you two, you can go now. I'll take it from here. As both of them saying, okay. As they begin standing up, the girl with the brunette hair says, hey, what's your name? As Izuku saying, sorry, I should introduce myself. I'm Izuku Midoriya, but people call me Hano as a nickname. As she's saying, it's actually kind of cute, but my name is Ochako Uraka. It's a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for saving me. I really appreciate it. As Izuku saying, don't mention it. It's what a hero would do after all. As he gives off a smile, with her actually blushing quite a bit. And Maki is saying, alright, whatever, I'm out of here. As saying, go get some good rest, Izuku, and I hope to see you in UA if we get in together. As Maki walks off, the Recover Girl looks at Izuku and sees that there's nothing serious. Must have just been overexerting himself with his quirk. As she asks, what is his quirk? As he tells her that it's called pyrokinesis. He's able to control and conjure fire from anything that he touches. His sword is made out of material that's fireproof. As she's saying, I see, but I thought for sure that you had a speed quirk. As everyone saw you running so fast. As Izuku saying, that's just training I done from my master. She's saying the sword hermit, I'm guessing. Is Izuku saying, wait, how did you? As he looks at her pretty closely saying, wait, you're Recovery Girl. Oh my god, I'm a huge fan. And also, my master told me that the two of you were partners during his time as a pro hero before he retired. As saying, he told me that he found a new student about 10 years ago. And it looks like you're him. As Izuku laughs a little bit, feeling a little bit embarrassed. As she's saying, you take less risk than Cassius. And you seem more direct than Arios. I can tell you know your limits and the limitations you can do. As Izuku saying, I'm still intermediate level. I'm not on the master level like those two are. Is saying, everyone has to pace themselves. Just make sure that you pace yours. Is Izuku saying, yes, ma'am. Soon after a couple of checkups, saying, you're good to go. Is Izuku saying, thank you, ma'am. Gets back on his school uniform and grabs Satachi. Is soon after saying, young man, a couple other participants saying that your hair turned colors, like from green to white. Do you know anything about that? As saying, no, not really. My hair has never changed colors before. I don't know why it would start now. As saying, okay then. Well then, take care. As Izuku felt confused about the question and says, yes, ma'am. As Izuku leaves, she looks at an old photo as saying, Kaifa, I will try my best to look after your new young protege, but I feel like there's something about that kid that he doesn't even know about himself. As soon as Izuku sees Bakugo waiting, as he gets annoyed, saying that he's waited so long for him, with Izuku apologizing, and the two heading to the train station. With Izuku heading back home and not actually eating dinner, mostly because he's still feeling a little bit tired, feeling like he's exhausted himself past his limits, and he hasn't done this since he started training with his master Kaifa. As thinking, maybe I should get back to training some more. I shouldn't be this tired after moving so much. To be honest, I've done worse, and yet this is nothing. So why am I so tired? As soon after, his mom soon opens the door as she looks pretty panicked as he wonders, what's going on, Mom? as she has a letter in her hand saying it's from UA. As Izuku feeling nervous and soon opens the letter with taking a deep breath. It's seeing not a piece of paper but a hologram. As it begins playing, he sees All Might as Izuku begins freaking out like crazy, wondering why All Might is there. As soon after, All Might begins explaining, young Izuku Midoriya, I, All Might here, wishes to congratulate you on to making it into UA. During the entrance exam, we saw you take down at least 42 robots, which is a pretty good high number, but it still wouldn't place you that high in the entrance exam. You would barely even make it into the hero course. However, villain points wasn't just what we were looking at. We also wanted to see rescue points as well, with you helping out fellow participants who are struggling, having a hard time taking down robots, or saving them from situations that they put themselves in, or other participants that put themselves in the situation. As we saw that you were able to help and support a couple of participants, giving you at least 20 points in the process. However, with the 0-pointer coming down, you didn't choose to fight it. You didn't choose to run. You helped a young girl who was struggling. As not only that, she even came to President Mike and asked for this, as he looks at another video of Ochako, basically begging President Mike to give her some of her points for Izuku. As Izuku feels a little bit embarrassed, but also glad that somebody cares about him, that somebody that he just met actually was willing to try to give up her spots in UA just to thank him after that. As soon as President Mike saying, there's no need to worry. We have a certain point system for people like him. As Izuku got at least 55 points from saving Ochako from the 0-pointer, placing him pretty high, placing him at least second place under Bakugo. As All Might saying, young man, I welcome you to your Hero Academia. As the hologram ends and Izuku began tearing up and crying about that he can finally become a hero. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to read them and see them. Also, please like and subscribe, which helps my channel a lot. At any rate, this is Mooky, signing out. Later.